Hey, it's Tim here. In today's video, I'm taking you through a new feature in Tableau 2021.1, and that is quick LODs. Now, before I get stuck in, I just want to remind you that I just finished a series on level of detail calculation. So if you need a refresher, or you haven't even used them, or you may be not sure exactly what they do and how they work, check out that series. It's going to be in the pop-up above and in the description below. But we're here in 2021.1. It's a bit of a tongue twister. I can never get it out properly. I'm going to select Superstore here, the second data source, and we're just going to get stuck in. So the way to use this is kind of unintuitive. I'll be honest, a few people haven't been able to sort of figure this out. And that's because it's actually not obvious. If you look at the GIF that Tableau have released, it just basically shows someone dragging cells onto a dimension, and you'll see that nothing happens. You get this sort of dimension and measures separator, but you don't see anything happening with the LOD. In order to make this work, you need to hold Control on the Windows machine or Command whilst doing it. So I'm on a Mac, I'm going to hold Command, and as I drag cells here onto segment, you'll see that it activates, and you can see that the segment and the ship date go blue here as I hover in between them. And then once I drop that calculation on that thing, it will actually create a new level of detail calculation right here. You can see it popped up in here, and it calls this sales and then the dimension you dropped it onto. In this case, it's sales segment. Okay, so if we actually just right click on that and edit it, you can see that it is indeed a fixed LOD. And that's another thing. This quick LOD will only create a fixed level of detail calculation. You can, of course, then come in here and change this yourself. So if you wanted to make this an include function, you can go ahead and do that, and you're pretty much good to go. So it's a really, really easy thing to do. That's probably the fastest way to do it. Now, there is another way of doing this. If I just hold Command or Control on the Windows machine, cells here, and I hold Command and I select segment, you'll see that I have two things selected. If I right click on that and then I go down to create, you'll see here I have another option to create an LOD calculation. And now when I do that, it obviously opens up the calculation window. And this is handy because what it can do here is actually change this straight away. This option opens up the calculation window immediately. And notice this is called sales segment 1 because we've already created one before. So it's just renaming it in a sequential order. So that's pretty much it. Quick LODs. It's a very, very simple thing. Slightly unintuitive to figure out if you haven't already figured it out. So just remember, you need to hold Control on the Windows, Command on the Mac, and you're pretty much done. That's it. Catch you in the next video.